For me, it's not all about the good times. It's about withstanding when it rains and then coming together as one and facing the adversity head on and not running from it.
Times get tough, because sometimes life has that to offer, and it's a beautiful thing, and rather than looking at it like a negative thing, embrace it and write it out together and communicate while those tough times come, because they're gonna come. And I think that's what really makes a marriage really strong, is to just communicate and love each other through the good times, but most of all the hard times. Stick it out.
Smile at your mama. Oh, you look so pretty.
Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here where we at. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you
Congratulations to both of you guys. We're so proud of you. We love you.
If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, if it's meant to be.
I don't mean to be so uptight, but my heart's been hurt a couple times by a couple guys that didn't treat me right. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm tired of the fake love. Show me what you're made of, boy, make me believe.
Whoa, hold up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? And it's easy to see. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, if it's meant to be. So come on, ride with me, see where this thing goes. So come on, ride with me, baby, if it's meant to be. Maybe we do,
Maybe we don't,
maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, just let it be. Let's go. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, baby, if it's meant to be. If it's meant to be,
it'll be,
baby, if it's meant to be. If it's meant to be, it'll be,
The Josh and Monica story starts in a taxi, all in God's plan and timing. This is the story of Josh and Monica and how he brought them together. Josh shares the story like this. He was out with his friends at Old Chicago and very responsibly called a cab so that he can continue his evening adventures. Josh actually knew the cab person he was calling, so he was surprised to see Monica when she arrived. Apparently pleasantly surprised. Monica agrees the story took place about 6 years ago. She was going to school to make some extra money and at times was helping the mutual friend out by covering the taxi route. Monica also added neither of them spoke a word that night. Then Josh said that he Facebook stalked her. and they never stopped talking. Monica concluded that she was into Josh as soon as as soon as the talking started. She says she loved Josh very quickly. Monica said she knew when she realized that she wanted to work through life together with Josh. Here are some qualities that Josh says that he loves about Monica. He loves her smile. He looks forward to it when he wakes up and when she comes home. Her goofiness. He can be nerdy and she likes it. Her passion for family, he says, has directly influenced him in the very same way. Her love for just doing nice things and helping others. And her drive to do better and grow as a person. Qualities that Monica loves about Josh. She loves his fatherliness. She says Josh is an amazing dad and always wants to do things as a family. He's dependable. She can always count on him to be there. He's intelligent. She loves knowing Josh is smart and she respects his perspective. Josh is a listener and he's always been a real friend to her. But maybe mostly, he's fun and adventurous. Josh is fun, and he takes her out of her comfort zone, to say the least. Josh and Monica have asked that I give them both a moment before we proceed to read something they wrote to each other's boys. Josh will go first.
Gabe, I'm excited to be standing here with your mother. I know how hard it is for you to share your mom, and you have accepted me into you and your mom's life, and I thank you for that. I want to make a promise to you that I will always be there for you and your mother and protect both of you always. I promise to be there if you need any advice, guidance, or even some talkies. And I promise to always have guys' night when mom's out of town. I love you, and you can be sure that I'll always be there for you no matter what.
I'm not as loud as Josh. Oh God. Tabron, I want you to know I love your dad with all of my heart. As the years go on, we'll continue to learn more about each other. I promise to be fair, honest, and available to you as I am your dad. I hope to continue to earn your love, respect, and friendship. I will not attempt to replace anyone, but I hope you can find a place in your heart for me like I have for you. Today, as I marry your dad, I marry you, and I promise to love and support you as my own. Oh. Are my eyelashes falling off?
Oh, they're just perfect. Nobody can say it. Josh and Monica, your marriage is to become an ever deepening love that represents God's love for us as you are joined together by God in Christ Jesus. Let me explain. Ecclesiastes 4:12 says, though one may be overpowered and two can defend themselves, a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. Pull that down. And then just, that's going to be enough. And slide the rubber band down and we'll call it good.
All right.
Man, you guys are a machine. Look at you.
Just like our practice.
do the perfection
That's right.
later.
Josh is not stopping.
All right, babe. We're gonna do it later.
All right. It's good. Hey,
That was no practice. So
that was on the fly. It's really pretty cool though, because what that 3 chords means is today Josh and Monica have chosen to braid these 3 strands together into a single cord. Each strand has a significant meaning. The purple strand represents God and His majesty, and the gold strand represents the groom and his life. The white strand represents the bride and her life. In braiding these 3-strand cords together, Josh and Monica have demonstrated that their marriage is more than the joining of 2 lives together. It is a unity with God as well. They've chosen to allow God to be the center of their marriage, woven into every aspect of it. In a few minutes, the 2 of you will be exchanging your vows. These vows will become a representation of your covenant established here before friends and family, and these vows must be taken very seriously. Marriage is something that neither of you have experienced. In marriage, you will experience the greatest of highs, the lowest of lows, and to say that marriage is always blissful is like saying that it never rains in Oregon. The bottom line is that a great marriage takes a lot of work. Today's a wedding, and this ceremony does not automatically mean that you'll have success. It just means that today you are in love and desire to spend the rest of your days together as husband and wife. But to have success, you must have a plan, and great marriages don't just happen. You have to establish a strategy to achieve the greatest potential in your marriage, such as transparency, honesty, open communication, unconditional love, forgiveness, and grace. With that being said, I think it is time that each of you share your vows with one another. Josh and Monica have prepared their own vows. Josh, would you share first?
I think I'm good.
To me, not them.
I know. Monica. Moni, sorry.
Moni.
I stand here looking at you and thinking to myself, how did I get so lucky to find the one woman in the world that was meant to be with me forever? I see how far you and I have come since we first met, and I'm so excited about our future as a couple and as a family. With my whole heart, I take you as my wife, acknowledging and accepting your faults and strengths as you do mine. I promise to you to protect you always kill those spiders and bees that are out to get you no matter how small. I promise to be faithful and supportive and to always make our family's love and happiness my priority. I will be yours in plenty and in want, in failure and in triumph. I promise to comfort you when the Cowboys lose and celebrate when they win. And we're going to the Super Bowl. You are my person. I love you more than anything. And I look forward to what God has in store for our journey together.
Thank you, Josh.
When we walk in accordance to God's plan, there is no greater peace that you or I can have. Without a doubt in my mind, you are part of God's plan for me. All of those years of the unknown, God has spoken life through you and into my heart. You led me back to Him. And I vow that we will pursue Him wholeheartedly to make this marriage last. It is important that we both keep our eyes fixed on God as we begin this journey together, because He crossed our paths for the very reason we are married today. And though I have not done everything correctly in my life, God brought me you as reassurance and love to remind me that there will always be hope for the imperfect, the flawed, and the bruised. He showed me through you. I vow to keep my eyes on Jesus because He will continue to make me the best wife for you. I vow to be there for you in sickness and in health. I vow to be your strength even when I'm used to you being mine. I vow to try and smile daily for you. I vow to be faithful and never make you question who I have eyes for. I vow to hold you in times of hurt and laugh with you in times of joy. I vow to put myself in uncomfortable places for me if it means making you happy, like hanging out with new people. I vow to do these things because as followers we are to put the wants and needs of our spouse first. It's to love one another above ourselves. It's a daily sacrifice and commitment. I vow to try and remain the woman you fell in love with, even if it means there are days only one trait may show. You are my absolute best friend, and I can't wait to spend forever with you.
Josh, do you take Monica to be your wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do you part?
I do.
Monica, do you take Josh to be your husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and health, to love and to cherish till death do you part?
I do.
We are so close. We got some rings. You both have a token that declares your love one for another, and that is a ring. A ring is a wonderful representation of the commitment of marriage. And as you grow in marriage, may it never tarnish. May you never become complacent or apathetic towards one another, but may your love shine brightly for one another. The ring is an old-fashioned in the shape of a circle. It knows no beginning nor end. May the love you've confessed one to another never end. Josh, as you place this ring on Monica's finger, would you repeat after me? Monica, I give you this ring as a reminder
Monica, I give you this ring as a reminder
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
that I will love, honor, and cherish you
in all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
in all ways,
in all ways,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Thanks, Josh. Monica, did you ring?
Yeah.
Would you place the ring on Josh's finger and repeat after me? Josh, I give you this ring as a reminder
Josh, I give you this ring as a reminder
that I will love, honor, and cherish you.
that I will love, honor, cherish you
In all times,
in all times,
in all places,
in all places,
and in all ways,
and in all ways,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
Well, the story's been told, the vows and the rings have been exchanged. It's about that time. Josh and Monica, here we go. By the power vested in me by the state of Oregon, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Josh, let me kiss the bride. It gives me a great deal of joy to be the very first to introduce and pronounce to you Mr. and Mrs. Joshua Rose.
I was born in a town full of red pine trees. County sign says follow your dreams. Westbound train makes the whole town shake. Friday night lights decide your fate. Born again in a church where the steeple's wide. Preacher preached, book of John, and my mama cried. And meaning of life was in verse 2. Didn't make sense till I found you. I could search the world from south to north, but I already found my God.
As a family, we love you, Josh and Moni.
Where's to go?
It's my heart.
You guys have anything to say, Josh and Monica?
Yes, congratulations. I'm grateful that this guy got to do the wedding. Blessings for them. Great day.
Congratulations, Monica and Josh.
I was a wild child between lost and found. Then you spoke my name, it was a sweet sound. chase and you pulled me in. All my life, baby, where you been? 'Cause I could search the world from south to north, but I already found what I'm looking for. Wherever I go and whatever I do, I was born to love you. I was born to love you. Looking in your eyes, yes, I'm so clear. Every time you smile.
Well, the advice I would give them that has worked for us in our relationship would be to keep in mind that marriage is not a sprint, it's a race. I mean, there's different things that happen, so they have to understand and learn that nothing stays the same. There's different stages. It's just like the seasons in Oregon. There's fall, winter, summer. It's the same thing. So
you'll have good ones and you'll have bad ones.
Yeah, and you just have to learn to work together. What's not working, obviously, don't keep doing. And more than anything, the guy needs to learn to listen and sometimes let his pride down, because a lot of times we're not good listeners.
That's true.
Yeah. You?
No, just
Spend a lot of time at your dad's house, Moni. That'll help your marriage out. And Josh, go Cowboys. So from both of us, we just wanted to say we love you to death. We're so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
And we're blessed to be part of today, sharing it with you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Like I wanted to like legitimately like make me like that's him.
I've seen almost every cowboy make fun of my team. Oh yeah, that's all. That's the last member, right? How about the part? Like, I just need to drink one.
I'm just trying to say hi really quick so that I can dance and not be interrupted.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just trying to get it over. Saturday. We get home on Saturday. Give me Sunday to wind down. Yes.
Let my finger work out. There you go. How are you?
So I happen to know Josh because a very long time ago, which would be 38 years ago, I gave birth to that young man, and we were pretty inseparable
for most of his young life. It was just him and I, and we're very close to one another, and I cherish him immensely. And I'm very, very proud of the young man he has becoming a dad to a young boy who's not his biological father, because he wanted to give and share his love with another child. Accepting Gabe as his own, that takes a special man, and I'm really proud of him. Moni, I actually did not know about Moni for a while. They were dating, and I did not know that. And it's not because we didn't talk. I think they were just waiting to see what happened and if things were going to take off. And then we had a dinner, and then Josh told me. So we were at the engagement, which was actually quite funny. So we were all trying to videotape when we weren't supposed to, and Moni figured that out pretty quick, so we kind of ruined that for her. But anyways, I have nothing but wonderful things for them, and I wish them all the best, and I'm here for them, both of them. They have a wonderful family, and I'm happy that Josh has married into such a wonderful, fantastic, huge family. I love them both, and I think she's just the world.
All right, here we go. Okay, so anybody that knows me knows I love to talk, right? Sparta? Come on, man. Okay. But not in this type of setting, so I'm going to do what I can. Let me put these glasses on. So, we're just going to freestyle this. But, so, let me tell you a little story about me and Rosie. Let's see, what were we? I was probably, 12? And you were like 14?
15, 13, somewhere
13, 15, something like that. Okay, we was at the homie's house, and I don't know where he was because I never seen him before, but there were 2 bikes laying out there. And we had to go to, this is how it went down. We had to go to the store. So me and my other friend, I took the nicest bike that was there, so we jumped on the bike, went to the store, came back, and I got this dude looking at me. I'm like, who's this dude with the big head and a widow's peak, just looking at, hands on his hip, going, and I'm like, well, what's up? And he's like, that's my bike. And I'm like, well, it's all good. And ever since then, though, it's been like ride or die, right? Man, we've been through some good and some really bad. Here we go. To the point where I'd let him have anything of mine but my shoes, because he got some fat feet. And back then I had hair, and my hair was so good I never wore hats. So, but this dude can have anything of mine but my shoes, and I'll give him anything. Shit, from what? 13 to, then he could drive before me, so he was driving. And then what? We would go to the Quest every weekend, and I'd be the DJ. We listen to the same 3 songs over and over and over, right? Man, we would ride up and down Broadway because he had the Honda Civic, right? Nancy, you know what I'm talking about. And man, we just been like 2 peas in a pod, man, ever since. And then one time, Nancy went out of town, or so we thought. Oh. Okay. And I think it was me, Rose, and Farley, who's not here. But we decided to do things that teenagers do. And we was kicking it at the house, and next thing you know, Nancy walks in. And guess who's with her?
And then Jim.
Washington County. And it's literally me, Rose, and Farley. And I think, was it, do we have some girl with us?
No, not good.
No, we ain't got no girl. Nancy walks in with the police. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so next thing you know, they got us. So the one friend who's not here, he cried his way out of it. But I ended up with the MIP. Rose ended up with an MIP. But we came back the next weekend, and we continued to watch Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Every night.
Every weekend. And that is our movie, is it not? Yeah. So thank you, Nancy, for that one. That was, you added to my list of MIPs when I was young. And then, so then high school happened. And Rose thinks he can play ball, but he can't. We've said more low blows to each other than we could imagine.
Just because you can dunk don't make you good.
Yeah, see, so Rose has that basketball shot that nobody can block, no matter how tall you are. Matumbo, you know what I'm talking about. You might have got it once. Me and Rose would literally be screaming at each other on the basketball court, ready to fight. And as soon as we walk off, I'd be like, you know I love you. He'd be like, I love you too. As he punches the what is it, the whiteboard. Chris, you know what I'm talking about. So then we're gonna move on to the money story. So Rose is like, for those of you that know Rose is like literally like the best dude like ever. Like he's a good dude.
That's true.
Like
that's true.
Yeah.
Stop it. Okay, come on.
So us guys, I mean, we have our flaws, but this dude, like, he is like to the core, like just a good dude. Dude, through the lows. So pretty much everything important in our lives has been together, right?
Always.
And whether it's been on my mom's couch when we was young, or it was whatever. Right?
Yeah, getting pancakes in the morning.
Yeah.
Where's Marsha?
So the thing was, Rose would stay the night. He would wake up early. I'd be snoring in the other room. And Moms would make breakfast every morning. And Rose would, I'd come out, Rose would be like, well, you better get you some, because we already got it. So pretty much everything important in our lives, we've been through together. But then he was like, hey, bro, I met this chick. And I was like, was she cool though? And he was like, yeah, she cool. I was like, how'd you meet her? He's like, I called D and she showed up. She was driving. And so then, finally I met her. And I'm like, oh, she's cool, man. She smiles. She's fun. She likes to sing and she likes music just like we do. Even though I had to teach every lyric to every song to Josh.
I can't understand it. It's not my fault.
So when Josh doesn't know the song, even to this day, he's like, hey, bro, what's that one song? It goes like this. No. Okay, got you. But anyways, he's like, so then Monica came around, and after about that, now that I know you're uncomfortable around new people, hopefully we didn't make you uncomfortable. It was right around the time we had Liv, I think, and this dude was the first one to the hospital. Every time, first one to make the call. Like, already, dude. Like, no matter what. My first Father's Day, this dude had a baseball that said Happy Father's Day, so I took it around to the whole gym. Had everybody sign it. Like, it's just the little thing. I love you.
Cheers.
But that kind of stuff means a lot. Even though now that we get older, and we're both busy. Everybody got kids. And when we see each other, it's just like we never left.
Exactly.
So
Cheers.
Betcha.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, you betcha. So anyway, but anyways, so once I finally met Monica, I was like, hey, what I tell you? I said, bro, you better hold that down. Do not let that get away. And apparently, he did. And Monica, I love you. You was a big part of Liv's childhood growing up. And I just love you guys, man.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm honored to be a part of it.
Hey everybody! How's everyone doing? Thanks for coming. This was a really good turnout. It's so cool to see everybody here. Thanks for supporting. I remember the first time Moni was like, Jessie, I want to go on this date. This guy's gonna make me a good dinner. And can you take me? Because I don't, what if something happens to me? I want you to know where I'm at. And so I was like, all right, I'll drive you. So we drive to this apartment. She's like, you think it's okay? And I was like, man, you know, Boppy raised us on those ID videos, so investigation, discovery, we don't want you on there. So she was really cautious about it, but turns out, here we are, years later, still alive and happy, and I'm super grateful for Josh and for Moni. Both of you have been super supportive to my life personally and to Carlos's life. It's been a really huge blessing to have both of you guys be a part of like my growth and Carlos growing up and allowing us and your home to be open to us as well. And so it's just such a privilege to stand here and witness all this. The lady that was doing my makeup today was like, I'm not gonna do a wing on you. If you're gonna cry, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna cry. I was crying.
No wings.
Next time, no wings. There won't be a next time. I know, Josh is like,
better not be no next time.
Exactly. But
Consequences,
anyways,
repercussions.
it's really cool to see you guys grow and to see how far you've come from the first day that you guys met to now. And I'm honored to be a part of your bridal party. Thanks for having me as your maid of honor. Love you. Josh, thanks for loving me and loving Carlos as your own. Like, you go to every single event without a doubt. You're always there, no matter what. It's just crazy. I've never met anyone that's so invested in family like you are, and it's awesome. So congratulations to you both. I'm honored to be up here. Thanks everybody for coming, and toast to Josh and Moni.
First, I want to welcome everybody here and thank you for sharing in this special day. Sorry I had to write my stuff because I'll forget. And I just wanted to say I'm so honored to have gotten a privilege of being here to walk my daughter down the aisle. It was by far one of the best days of my life. I remember when Moni was a little girl and we were at the hospital and I was holding her in my arms. And I looked into those beautiful eyes. I knew right there that she had me wrapped around her finger. And then as she started growing up, she was so funny and mischievous. She was always making people laugh. We got a lot of videos to prove it. And then she grew up and matured into such a beautiful, caring person, mother, excelling in school, in college. And in short, I just want to say how much you mean to me, Moni. You'll always carry my heart with you, and I just want you to know how proud I am of you. I love you. And then Josh, when I first met him, it was a little awkward.
You size him up.
Yeah, he learned when we played football.
Well, when four people got to tackle you.
we're both so competitive and hard-headed, but the more I got to know him and the more I got to spend time with him, I got to see what everybody has already said, how good of a person he is and how he's a great dad. And most importantly, how he treats my daughter like a queen. So I couldn't ask for a better man to marry her. So thank you, Josh, for caring for her. Make sure you take good care of her because I know where you live.
When we move.
And then lastly, I just wanted to say, may you always make time for each other so that your relationship will always grow. Have date nights. And then when changes come, because that always happens, change is normal. You're going to go through struggles, challenges, but as you gain strength from one another, you'll fall in love more and more. So marriage is a blessing, but you got to put work into it. And Josh, I'm glad that your parents and your family are now our family. So to many more good times to come. And so if you guys can toast with me to the bride and groom.
This is a moment that I have been praying for since Joshua was born. There are a lot of people in this world, and a lot of times that we both meet different people. But God knows exactly who that person is. I am very thankful for Monica. And I'm very thankful for her family. Now, I know I don't know a lot of you, and I know I see you all every once in a while. I feel weird coming up to introduce myself and you say, oh, we've met before. But there are so many of you. Okay, see this table? Two tables. I have 2 tables. You have 18. So. You guys do show what family's about. And I know that Josh values that, and it's beautiful. And Monica, you are a special young lady. You truly are. You have a heart of gold. You would stop anything to help somebody. And it's just like they've all said, sometimes I wonder how you care for so many people in one day and make it look like you hardly did anything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm 50, how old am I? I'm 50 something. And I would be exhausted. But you do it because you love. And that's what makes it look so easy. And you love Josh. And I've prayed for that for a long time, for somebody to love Josh the way he deserves. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you to Moni's family. Thank you to my family for coming, but for being here since Josh and I have been through a lot together. We've been very close through ups and downs. He knows I am always there, and Moni knows I am always there. There is no judgment. There is just love. So, congratulations. I thank God for this day. And thank you, everybody.
I don't have a big family, so I've been adopted into this family. I married Moni's mom, Lydia, so I'm gonna start with Moni. I met Moni, I think she was 16, and I pulled up with Erica in a car, and we kidnapped Moni and put her in the car. And she wasn't in a very good situation at that time, and it was a really bad situation actually. And we've lived together on and off because Moni's lived with us. And one thing that I know about Moni is that Moni has always stood behind me regardless. And so I love you for that. And for anyone that doesn't know, I grew up with the groomsmen. So like, this was the youngest of like my crew basically, and they were all 3 or 4 years younger. And so what's really weird is that I married Lydia, and then Moni came home one day and she was like, I think I know one of your friends. And I was like, oh shit. Oh, sorry, there's kids. But anyways, the cool thing is that Josh had always been a really good influence. Like,
You're
even
his
though,
father-in-law.
yeah, that's the new thing. That's the new thing. I'm Matthew. But anyway, so yeah, I am the father.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Josh, like, even through all my poor choices, Josh never condoned my poor choices, and he would always talk to me, but he never judged me. He was always equal, and he always looked at me like that. And there was very few people that went through what I went through and would still look at. And what's weird is I can look at this table, and the 4 men that sit at this table stood behind me, no matter whether I was all the way down or I was all the way on top. And they were always with me regardless, and they would never let other people talk down about me either. So I love you guys. Congratulations, Moni and Josh.
What I want to say is, Josh, thank you for loving my daughter. You've changed her life. I remember when Moni called me and told me that she was dating this guy. And I really admire you, Josh, because little do you know, and it's quiet as it's kept, when Moni calls me for advice about relationships, I'm able, it's brought our relationship stronger because of you. You've been that backbone of my daughter's and I's relationship, and I want to thank you for that. I was a little, Moni's been an adventurous kid growing up, and Moni, I'm just really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. Moni, I call Moni Moni Love. As she was growing up, she was my Moni Love, because that's exactly what she represents with our family. And Moni's in the middle. She's number 3 out of the 6, and Moni's the backbone of her sisters. Like everyone else said, you know, you can call her, and Moni's there at a drop of the dime. And Moni, I adore you. I'm so very, very proud of you. You've done very well for yourself, and I'm very excited to be a part of what the future holds for all of us. I want to thank Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy.
Nancy, thank you so much for sharing Josh with us, because we love your son, and we love you too. Toast.
Salute!
I'd lose my way, yeah, I'd lose my mind if I faced one day on my own. I knew I was saved the night that she gave this drifter's heart a home. Every night I should be on my knees. Lord knows how lucky I am. I'll never say near enough. Thank God for this woman, amen.
A piece of advice that I would give Moni and Josh is just to be able to don't sweat the small stuff and be willing to compromise around little corners that aren't really that big of a deal. There's some times where the little things seem like a really huge thing, but it's really not that big of a deal. And once you get around that corner, it seems like it was so small to deal with in the first place. So I just am really excited for you guys, and I'm happy, and I just really want you guys to thrive. And if you ever need me, I'm always available. And yeah, that's what I would say.
Just be you guys. I mean, I want you guys to not worry about what anybody else says. You guys have done a great job doing what you guys are doing as of far. You know, I mean, look at this party. Like, it's been super cool having everybody here. All the families here. We love you guys no matter what you guys do. So if you guys are asking me for advice, I wouldn't give you any, because I would just say just keep doing what you're doing, because I love you guys, and keep doing y'all.
Thank God for this woman, amen. stars up above. Forgiveness of sin and your undying love. Every twist, every turn for the way you made sure all my roads led to her. So tonight I will fall